Hello, and welcome to another episode of my Mount and Blade Let's Play. This is Northstar. Uh, it's the same day as before, but I took a little time with the app closed Steam and everything to refresh the memory. Then was a little social time. Uh, Hi River, if you're watching us, I'm sure you've been watching all my stuff. So, um, always love your awesome comments. We were actually just talking. There's a buffer here, so I don't know. It's maybe like a week, 2 weeks after we're chatting, but we were just chatting about you going to do some drawing. You saying I was going to hop on, do one more of these videos, then probably try and do a Rebel Inc. video. I'm getting close to maybe start my Alpha Centauri series soon. I did think a little bit about which way I was going to go here. Decided I'd like to see how much they asked to ransom more I've never seen, so I'll probably stop by Kudan. Plus, it's probably on a time limit until that war is over and the prisoners are released. Then try and swing back by Provin and deliver a message to King Harless, which will make him like me better. Particularly valuable as he's the king of a kingdom. I don't have much in the way of trade goods. Well, anything really. These poor people. Can't really buy anything off me. Party isn't huge. I don't mind though if occasional bandit decides to attack, as long as it's not overwhelming numbers. It's a chance to gain some experience. If they're running away from me, it's too much hassle. Track them down usually. Visiting Tadsameh. Hopefully my character stays out of the forest. Yep. Didn't need him. Slow himself down. Village with unbearable poverty. Smoked fish for a rather high price, and a number I'm not particularly fond of. I'll buy the bread at what's the quote of 50 for a loaf. Yeah, I'll sell them some bread. Kind of relieve their poverty a little. I don't know. Not really. This is Swedian recruits. Invade territory. I guess this is supposed to be Swedian lands. It's Tilbout Castle, originally Swedian. And no Sweden extend this far, originally. However, no interest in Sweden recruits. I would like Vigir's ones. Vigir's recruits. Grab 5 of them. They make good archers, I hear. The Vigor style war. This is archers as well. Some beef. Some linen, maybe 265. I don't know if I can profit off that. I'll sell them the leather work this way. Yeah, I might find some more I can sell that for profit. Beef. So the sell price is always base 49. Oh well. Might have lost a little in the beef there. Darn. Pork. Pottery. Ale. Honey. Nothing that's profitable, really, to buy. Nothing low priced. Get rid of the beef before I may need it, but well, pull into nomad mode, eventually give it to Jeremis once I can give level them up. And the War Spear. Haven't decided if I at some point want to switch this in one of my companions. Have to observe him in combat a little more. Like if Ymir can't use the bent scythe, wow. It's just hard she goes down so quick, but maybe after I've given her another level of Iron Flesh. One more strength and I could give her 9 strength and she still would only be able to reach 2. Well, I might do it anyways for Power Strike eventually. And so I can work towards get her another health, but plus better armor. When she gets a little better armor and more health, I might be able to watch her in combat long enough to see if she's using the scythe well. If not, I could give her the War Spear instead. The game thinks it's a better piece of equipment, but I would think the reach and lighter weight would make the scythe better. Assuming that the AI is smart enough to swing and not thrust with the stupid thing. Which is definitely not a sure thing. Sorry about the cough. Actually, it probably sounds like a sneeze. Hard Blade, Ransom Broker. Don't have anyone to ransom. Wayan has been released or escaped from prison. Hard Blades are too expensive. Battered Gear War Helmet. Not an upgrade. Mail Boots. Someday, be able to buy something like that. 1687 for them. Pricey. Or I take Nomad Roof for my party. Yeah, it's expensive for the really good armor. Anyways, you know what? Should always keep an eye out for better arms. Double-sided lance. This isn't very expensive. Or boar spear. Does better in swing than thrust. Interesting. It's got a long reach too. But lances can be couched, even if not particularly well. Or hafted blade could be used from Sourceback. This has got quite a reach. It's good in the hands of my AI companions, regardless of whether they swing or stab with it. Can't afford these both unless I sell the War Spear and I'll buy the Boar Spear. I'm going to do a little off camera, rearranging stuff. We'll see folks in a second. I will show this real quick. I decided I'm going to switch Ymir to the Boar Spear from the Scythe. That way, if the AI doesn't use this thing correctly, it's better. And if it is used correctly, it's still more damaging, although the reach is a little less. I highly, highly, highly doubt that the AI is smart enough to keep at max range and use the scythe that, like, do ride-bys on infantry. So the Boar Spear is probably a better bet. And heck, it does more damage than the War Spear. It's a little worse on stabbing, but weighs less. And the fact can be used swing or thrust. It's just a little reassurance. Plus, again, sometimes, weight. Want to keep encumbrance down. Jeremis with this Nomad Saber. Could just give him a double-sided lance. Let's see, 29 damage. And back. Yeah, so I bought the double-sided lance. Decided to give it to Jeremis, who's already very heavily encumbered. I figure if he's slow as heck anyways, might as well. This thing is heavy, the double-sided lance. Might as well give it to him. Substantially heavier than normal lance, actually. There's someone I probably would want to be further back. It's the surgeon. I just hope it doesn't somehow slow his horse down. But yeah, he hangs back. I'll have to give him some athletics and eventually riding skill anyways, because I wanted to keep his distance. But and I'm assuming using a bow, he's smart enough to do that. He's an intelligence build anyways, so I'll keep doing that for surgery and such, but along the way I can give him riding skill. Actually, it's already his riding cap to improve agility. Well, I can give him athletics for sure. A couple points athletic skill. He'll need power draw for his bow, and for the bow I've got for him, so a couple points in power draw, a couple points athletics, and then of course there's surgery, first aid stuff. Since each intelligence point gives 2 skill points, but it requires 3 intelligence to raise the cap for surgery or such. 1. He'll be able to divert a few skill points into power draw. Actually, weapon master he'll need soon. Athletics. Shield eventually. Yeah, I'm presuming if he runs out of arrows and enemy horse closes on him, he probably doesn't have long to live anyhow, so even if the lance isn't terribly effective. If this can be couched, which I hope it can, he might get lucky enough to take one enemy out. Alright, well the scythe and the war spear, probably gonna get rid of at this point, because the boar spear is just more damaging than war. Longer reach too. Weighs less, and the scythe, I'm not sure the AI can use correctly, so okay, sell this. If I ever do use a scythe in the future, it'll probably be a non-bent one anyhow. I need every little bit of money I can as I go around trading, so I'm gonna do just one round in the arena because I'm so darn short of money. And there you go, knocked unconscious. No experience, didn't even get any money. You know what? Not worth. more. Let's visit Tabandra. Maybe they'll keep an eye out for anyone who'll buy one in a good price. May have paid too much for that. Overrun by 31 mountain bandits. Upgrade a few people. Roll in. It's 40 to upgrade a trained spearman. Really? These horsemen are too expensive. Needs to be more replacements for lost veteran spearmen. Sword Sister, well, more cost effective than the horseman for stats. I'm just running short on money. Need a corps of good spearmen to deal with enemy cavalry effectively. Well, it doesn't look like there's anyone I'd really want to upgrade. I just want to upgrade these guys. It might allow me to capture more bandits. Which, when you liberate a town, you can't get them anyways. I want to train up a couple more spearmen. One more spearman? Not really. Alright, just liberate the town. Nothing to change. Wow, so dark. Of course, this is right when the light shifts. Give my eyes a second to adjust. The shade, but sitting near a window, it's obnoxious. Like, even if there aren't many clouds, there'll be that one cloud in the sky and I'll deliver damage to horse. Wait, did I damage a friendly horse? These guys aren't on horses. Can't see anything that's going on. This is just a chaotic melee. I'm gonna have very little luck. Everyone's getting in my way. Gah. So I'm just getting beat up and... Alright, Clethy was wounded and one of my step bandits. Got some money. Dried meat, might sell that for profit. Go back to town. Grab 3 recruits. These guys become footmen, and then hopefully I can turn them into decent archers. Should probably put the horsemen higher up. Quite effective. Honestly, I have too many high-end units. Skirmishers gonna sit at the bottom. It's just numbers, cheap horsemen that help dissuade bandits from attacking me. The recruits. Not wanting to lose them. It's too much pain to recruit more before they level up. To Rivaden. I don't know why pathfinding tries to swerve around, but it's not a very direct path. Sell meat, slight profit. little more money now. Not enough to even pay the wages of my army. Even with the mercenary retainer. Bought too many equipment upgrades. That way. Ah, some wool. And cheese. And iron, very cheap iron. That'll pay well for grain. I want that iron. The way I'm getting it is if I sell linen, even if it's at a loss. Probably never sell that. 137, 78, 48. I'm gonna certainly profit off all that. Back to Rivadin. It's good that I get to know the trade routes up in bigger lands here. If it's just some village town. Since I'll eventually want to be able to operate in this area, effectively, cost effectively. I might decide to become a Vagar mercenary next. Rock lands are quite bloody safe. Too safe, really. Except for the mountain bandits. Might profit off that grain. Dried meat. Sometimes I can sell wool for more than 101. Alright. Cheap grain, cheap meat, sort of pricey wool. I can buy more Vagar recruits. I'm already short money. Why? Idiot. I swear the pathfinding in this game is terrible. Avoid going through forests. They slow your movement to crawl, especially at night. It's like, sure, I want to move at a speed of 1. Yeah. No. No, I do not want to move at a speed of 1. So let me already. Buy fish. Furs, actually, good price here. Well, it's going to be hard to profit off of at that price. A lot of 100 bandits wandering. Or not a lot, just this one group. I think I'll track them back down as soon as I visit Kudan. Oh, there's a tournament here. Wool, fur, fish, slight profit off. Wasn't it Lane? Oh no, that was Rika Bag. Whatever. Watchbard. Wandering Bard, Watchman. Watchmen, you can recruit their the line that upgrades off farmers. They're reasonably cheap infantry if you really need more. Chase the Tender Bandits or partake in the tournament. Oh. Can actually outrun those bandits, I think. Surprisingly, they're quite fast. Let's do a tournament. First. Ooh. I don't want to charge into melee. I'm got javelin. Going for the horses because it's easier to hit a horse than a guy with a shield. These are all yellow. My team. Which seems to be winning this, even without my help. Get off me. Nobody bothered to stab me, perhaps because they didn't consider me much of a threat. Their mistake. Oop. Keep throwing javelins, keep hitting people, and yet no one's dying. Nor are their horses. I'm gonna run out of javelins to throw. Should probably be more careful about this. Eventually someone's gonna get a couch lance if I keep staying still and throwing javelins. Especially as the numbers of this is a huge melee. Might be able to, while everyone's distracted, grab a more javelins. It's better than nothing, I suppose. I'm not gonna. Oh, that's the wrong. I don't want to hit my own team. Good thing they're not smart enough to mount one of the spare horses running around. You know, if these guys miss, it's javelins I can pick back up. Of course, it's got a lot of javelins to run out. Keep my distance though, and I'll miss most of his shots. Some javelins while I still can. Better get back on the horse. It's left just these two blue guys. There's a green there. It's probably gonna end up dead soon. Looks like yellow team has been eliminated except for me. Hands are getting wicked sweaty with this. Oh no. Tried to stab. Did hit my shield. It's probably his last javelin. Hoping they'll run out of javelins, but it's gonna take a while. Just trying to... Guys on the horse are by far the most dangerous. I can... Ah! Timing was off. Missed. Green guy just remount a horse? I'll take it. Thought they... Guess if left alone, maybe they do sometimes. Still not out of javelins to throw at me. Any other weapons? I should probably use the javelin as a melee weapon at this point then. Whew. Nice. Get him. His back is turned. Nice. One down. One more to go. Seems to be really hard to stab that guy on his horse. Some javelins were rather lances or stuff. Wait, can I pick stuff up from horseback? Yes, I can. That was the horse that was being ridden. Can't wait. Pick up ones on the ground. Can pick up ones on the wall though. It's proper realistic. These guys would stop moving formation. It's too high up to reach even on horseback. How'd that miss? Hmm. It's hard to. Wish there was some actual. Sorry, sweaty here. Oh, receive damage dealt none. So a lot of spare horses, so I could just try and ride him down, as long as the damage is taken by the horse. Nope. Not me. I don't think that damages them. Maybe they're too heavily armored for it. Oop. Not Sword Sister unconscious. Horse took a few hits, but I can keep doing this before I need to swap mounts. This is working quite well. Why can't I get a hit on? It's that hard. Looks like she's invincible. That was a case of just dodging to the side. That at least makes sense. Sword Sister not unconscious! You win, right? Whew. 4 teams with only 4 fighters. I've got a lance. We're at 84 damage to horse. Eight damage to horse. Cute. It's like they know what angles I can hit them at. Surprisingly smart AI. That was ineffective. It's hard to do this from idiot freaking keep swapping the lance side. I don't want him to. Who's shooting at me? There we go. Not unconscious. Or someone. horse is getting beat up. Sometimes this works, and sometimes the freaking Lands AI decides to swap sides when I do not wish it to. Keep the lands on the right side. None of this far side nonsense. That's friendly. Isn't it? He's not. Victory is yours. You won this melee. Now you must prepare yourself for the next round. You're tier 3. 3 teams, 1 fighter each. Okay. So just... these guys stupidly decided to go for each other. Completely ignore me and get into a stand-still melee. I'd like to actually not take the horse, but the rider, so that I have a backup mount. This guy's an archer, so I do not want him to... horse archers are very tough to... Boom, boom. Spare amount if I need it. Or if I can actually claim that arrow. Bow and arrow. Maybe. Not worth it. Yeah, I could. Picking up practice bow. 2 teams, 4 fighters. At least the Vigors fight almost exclusively from horseback in their tournaments, it seems. Dealt 0 damage. Hmm. Oh, that would have been a friendly fire. Nope. No, thank you. You chamber block that. Unexpected. How'd that not hit? Too high. Archer's dead. Champion fighter. Lenses do not work well at long range. I mean, short range. They need. These guys are both of my team. It's 3v1. Almost certain victory. Nice. 2 teams, 2 fighters. These are both horse archers. This one's stupidly trying to close to melee. Why can't I? Should not get in a fight with someone with a dagger with a javelin. It's not a. Mine kind of nose off though. Oh, this guy's on my team. Yeah, I'll just ride around and waste idiot archers. Have at you, villain. Two teams, one fighter. Oh, so it's just me and whoever. No distractions. Oh, and I have a bow and arrow versus someone. With a lance, so I basically have to. The best archer. It's either that or a dagger, so. Timing. It's harder than a javelin because you can't, especially with such a power throw skill, a none, you can't hold the arrow for long. At least not accurately. Enough riding skill that would turn this. Whatever it is. And that went right into the shield. I managed to get one over the shield there. Received 0 damage. Funny. It's best to keep some distance and just... Character's not the best archer. Could probably pick those arrows up if I really need it. It's very hard to break that shield. So just aim for the legs or the head. I'm aiming for the head. And now it's doing the nonsense where it won't aim. the game. Sometimes the crosshairs. Got a shot in, but took a hit too. Wait till the shield drops. That's the best thing. Save a ton of time. Takes a moment to prepare a land stab. And on foot. Horseback, you don't suffer the same penalties to lances have penalties when not on horse and used with the shield. This is definitely not the easiest thing. A lot of people would just get so impatient, annoyed, that they just would give up. I don't think people... There's a lot of gung-ho, must-stab things players in games like this. Seems there are people who don't respect horse archery in real life. I think it's some kind of coward's way or something. No, it takes actually incredible skill. Try hitting something from a moving horse. But my character does not have enough skill for it. That's why I'm doing it from a stationary horse. Character and honestly me. This sword sister has a ton of health. Way more than me. Which makes it harder. If I had taken that much damage, I'd be down already. Sometimes it's the shield even when it's not up. Finally, not unconscious. You won the tournament of Kudan. Got an achievement for finally winning a tournament. Last time I did it, I guess it was didn't have Steam installed. Or had to was playing offline or something. I didn't get the achievement. You win the tournament of Kudan. You're filled with pride as the crowd cheers your name. In addition to honor, fame, and glory. You're going to prize at 200 dinars. Not much money for the time I spent doing that. 250 experience. Really, that's all from winning a tournament? How about the Pearled One claiming it to some kingdom? Lady Junitha? Must be Northstar. We just had the honor of watching you see yourself. I could dedicate this to an elderly woman. I mean, it's Northstar. At your service. Claimant to the Serenade throne. Was born in a faraway land to a humble family, made a slave when I was but a girl, but there's no shame in that, for the mothers of many of our kings were slaves. The old Sultan Azar spotted me in the markets and was struck by my beauty. I entered his household, and there he also learned to respect my intelligence. As he grew older, he allowed me to govern in his stead. First I managed the affairs of the palace, and later those of the realm. When Sultan Azar died, it seemed to the emirs of the realm only natural so that I should succeed him as a ruler, thus avoiding any danger of civil war. They insisted, however, that I should marry one of his generals, the Emir Beybek. The emirs then lined up to give us the oath of allegiance, together to Beybek as commander of the armies and to me as mother of the realm. For the brief time that we ruled, our realm prospered. But alas, Bebek himself was soon killed in a skirmish with the Karagats. Archenemies of their needs, I guess. Had I known of his death in time, I would have been able to prepare myself against any possibility of betrayal. But alas, my husband's treacherous nephew, Hakim, came riding with his men, still covered with the dust of the battlefield, and drove me from the palace at sword point, proclaimed himself sultan. So be it. I shall gather an army of my own, return him the favor. Interesting. Can't dedicate the victory to her to improve relations with possible future king, if I want to, or queen, if I want to install her. Well, dedicate the tournament to this old lady. Since you can't possibly quit her, I guess it gives you more relations. I don't know. If she likes you, I think she can improve relations with lords for you, so something. Ladders, can you climb it? Nope. Cool. Tournament took excessively a long time. And I still this guy to rescue from the dungeon. Calradia. Actually, I should go to the castle, walk outside. Prison guard. Come on, I thought you were the boss here. Got that right. Still, I can't let you into the prison. You can try and bribe him. I found a purse with 100 dinars a few paces away. I reckon it belongs to you. Just to talk to the guy? This is part of staging a prison break, I think. Or you can demand the keys to the cell and then you have to fight this guy. Just saved before us. Oh, bribe him. I was looking for this all day. How good of you to bring it back, sir. Well, now that I know what an honest man you are, there can be no harm in letting you inside for look. Go in. Just so you know, though, I'll be hanging out onto the keys in case you're thinking about undoing anyone's chains. My name is Northstar, at your service, sir. Couldn't break you out of here. Thank to heaven you came over. I'm not going anywhere with these chains, my legs. I need to get the keys from the guards somehow. Really? Okay. Well, I had never done that. I just want to see. But, clearly it's far more effective to just fight him. Speak. I thought you were a boss. Who's attacking me? Ooh! Wow. I wonder what happens if you're quickly surrounded by guards to take away your weapons. With curses and assault, they threw you in the dungeon where you must while away your miserable days of your captivity. Now I have to wait to be freed if I do this. Eventually you get freed. Anyways, that wasn't so bad. Through cabbages and still I want to check. And I'll probably repeat that. What do you lose? Money? I want to find out at least what I lost. I don't think I can possibly beat these guys, but Right, not unconscious. Proof proficiency. Doesn't look like any real consequences, the failed prison break. I didn't lose any equipment. Still got my army waiting right there for me. I didn't even think it didn't even interrupt the training of my people. Hmm. I could try it again if I want. I'd actually rather help these farmers against the bandits. One stick with me, no reason to charge ahead. It's just 4 of them. I mean, they're cowardly bandits. We're gonna get overwhelmed. Oop, get out of the way, dumbass. Sword sister. Just charge them. No casualties. Thank you for the help, sir. Things didn't look well for us, but then you came up and everything changed. Bring the peasant woman into my army. Hey, these aren't terrible loot. Sell for a bit of money. I think I gained an honor for trying to break that person out, even though I lost. Interesting. Maybe that was for this. Ooh, more tundra bandits. Chase them down, too. Who's ready to upgrade? It was tell me. Skirmishers. One of the horsemen. A bunch of the Baron Spearmen. I don't think I can break that lord out. Surrender or die. If they follow you, then they don't get in your way. Just get the higher ground. This is something that, yeah, he's dumb about. Charging downhill. soon. What the heck? It's like my guy's trying to cut the head off his own horse, and he's definitely not hitting anything. Took unreasonably large amount of damage, but I lost a Kergit skirmisher and a step bandit. Huh. They had 2 manhunters. That replaces Moss's. Bandit I can probably sell at Ransom Broker. I think there was one in the city. Occurs to me. That might be a way to ransom that lord, too. Some grain. Definitely grab the Kergit tribesmen. They can learn to ride a horse. Time. I guess to Tizmir and then back to Kadan. Furs. Cabbage. A3. Oh, and the guy was released from captivity before I could sell furs for a slight profit here. If I want, not much though. Buy cheap fish. Sell elsewhere. Maybe. Fish and furs. Need a point and weapon master soon. Might even take that charisma and weapon master and then charisma and leadership, which is what I'm going for. Fun. Just gotta find King Carlos now, I guess. And go back to Rhodoc Lands to... Wow, this has been going on for a while. Where, guess, whatever is here. Northstar at your service here. Attempt another prison bake, but it costs me wages to the army. Probably worth it if, say, I had some productive enterprises and a fief, and I was paying less in wages than I was gaining from knows, maybe even I have my army garrison somewhere and I just came on my own to break the guy out. Whereas my army sits twiddling their thumbs and collecting money and eating food. I get captured repeatedly. Oh, you hold on. Just want to introduce myself and ask. I heard that you gave charity to my tenants. He doesn't like that, actually. And he went to -1, but he'll eventually get over it. Guess I'll head towards. See if fish sells cheap. Here, I mean expensive. Cheap, not cheap. Nope, didn't think so. You never know, maybe it comes in this town by where it's fished out of the river. Huh. Fish sells for a lot here. They have cheap grain wool. It's not bad. Pork. Okay, I shouldn't sell quite so much fish, apparently. I don't have the money for it. Couple. $6.2 for the pork. To Cura. Who's besieging Cura? Swadia. Who's in a truce with the Rodox? The Rodox are at war with only the Nords. As long as it's not a Nord army, I'm fine. Because of the siege, the town is poor. It's a pork, wool. I'll buy grain for a small fortune. Guess my army be nothing but cabbage and fish for a while. Ooh, cheap iron. Very cheap iron. I'd always sell that somewhere. Pay well for furs. You know, like a bandit here. They sell fish well. Cheap. Leave the fish and iron, sell lots of grain, wool, pork, furs. Oh. Tag a bandit to the ransom broker. It's a good place to save as any. Next time I log on, I can ask the traveler where LAN is. Alright, well, I'm tired. Probably gonna do Rublink next. So I hope you folks enjoyed this. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May always find a gangster lead home. Until next time, it's Northstar. I do. And best luck. And, oh, by the way, River, if you're watching, love your cute comments. Poems, fun. Just wanted to make a quick shout out of the appreciation of those. Anyways, adieu, viewers. Adieu.